Tom, welcome back to my channel where we talk about news, reviews and rides going on in the PV community. On this episode we're having our second part of our Lacroix Lonestar Supersport range test. So let's check it out. For some of you who are not aware, the Lacroix Lonestar Supersport is one of the biggest spec'd battery boards in production at the moment, with a massive 18S 8P 21700 cell configuration battery, which means loads and loads and loads of range and power. So if you've missed the first part of this episode, to be up to date, please click on the link below, which is the first part of this range test where we take the board from 100% all the way up to 40%. But if you want some more details in that, please click on the link below and see where we are currently on the range test, and then come back to this video. So in this video we're on our last 40%, so we took the Lacroix Lonestar out for another range test. Now a couple of factors I want to make note of in this video before we get started. I did actually have a bad back on this event. It was also damp on the road, so it turned out to be a more eco ride. So the first one was more guns blazing, going a lot faster, and the second part of the last 40% was really eco-based riding. A couple of events I want to talk about on this video. I went out with one of my friends, Shazz, and his Lacroix prototypo. We met up with some community members as well, and we also had some amazingly shocking results at the end of this ride. So please make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video where we see some of the events that happened during this ride. But the results at the end were absolutely blown away and surprising. Okay, hi and welcome back. So we are now on part 2 of the range test for the Lacroix Lonestar Supersport. So a couple of things to make note of. Now I haven't ridden this board since the Viking ride, which we did on the first video, which will be in the link below to see how many miles we've done. We done that ride, we finished with 40 miles on the board with 40% charge left on the board. The board is still on 40% charge, so we've come here. Whereabouts are we at, Shazz, roughly? Okay, so we're near South East London. We're near Thamesmead, is that right? Yeah. Thamesmead, right. So we're at Thamesmead, but as you can see, it's an absolutely amazing path and literally no one is here, which is what it's all about. With a board like this, you really want the endless ride and just keep going and going. Now, Shazz has come out with me with his Eleanor, which is Lacroix prototypo. I'll get him to talk about that in a second, but he's come out with me for a ride before with Viking Trail, so he's joining me for the second part, but it's just us two today. Now, a couple factors to make note of on the results today. My back is in absolute agony at the moment. I think I've had an injury or pulled a muscle or done a disc or done something. Or getting old is the other thing, or becoming more of an adult as we go along. But yeah, my back is in absolute pieces, so speed isn't happening today. Also, it has had a little bit of a misty rain on this today, so we're taking it really careful. I would never recommend to ride in the rain, but I had to get this video out for you guys as soon as possible, considering we've already done the first one. So we're going to see what we can get on the Lonestar today. But as you can see, it's quite smooth the whole way, so we're not going to have some crazy speeds and whatnot. So this is kind of like a more of an eco ride. So we've got a first one, which is a really fast ride for the first one, and the second one we're doing a bit more of an eco ride. But then let's have a look at what Shazz is rocking. So do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, so I'm Shazz or Shazz, most people know me as. UK rider, riding for a few years, ride a few different boards. At the moment I'm taking out my proto, and I'm out with Tom today just to get some fresh air and get some adrenaline at the same time. Loving it at the moment.
So do you want to tell us about your board spec? So you've had your original board, but what have you done with it since
yeah, okay, cool. So initially it's a Lacroix prototypo DSS 60. Originally 3.5 years ago it was sold, so that would have been what, 2018, and I had to change the batteries and change the ESC and the BMS. So it's got a smart BMS on there now. Just means I can track things from the app. It's a 12S 5P moly cells. So it's decent config. I get about sort of 23 to 25 miles riding it quite hard, which is good for me, and it's very lightweight. Everything else is pretty much stock, and it should never be treated as a dirty.
It's a sad day for riding.
When I look at my board, Eleanor should not be treated in that way, but it is what it is. Yeah. She looks like. Can we just do a quick little flip? I want to just show the dirty bitch. Yeah. She's lovely. I love her. So yeah, I'm enjoying her. A few little tweaks that I'm going to make on the board to get it perfectly right, and maybe gear drives and some trucks, and yeah, that's about it really.
Okay, so we've just stopped at this World Heritage Site. It's like a really nice monument around here. It's got some really nice buildings, kind of quite interesting stop. Now we're about 5 miles into this ride, and a couple of things to make note of. Now I'm trying to board out. Throttle is really gone now. It's very casual. So it has 3 modes of Lacroix. You've got mode 1, which is kind of unusable. Mode 2 is a bit like the old Lone Star, but a little bit less. And then mode 3 is like all guns blazing super sport mode. Now the battery's on 26%. Done 5 miles on the board. It's starting to feel really sluggish already after 5 miles. So we've gone 15% and now on 26%. Well, 14%, and now it's really sluggish. So what I'm going to do now, instead of keep going for like the 10-20 mile ride we're going to do, I'm actually going to turn around the board and start heading the other direction, because I feel like I'm going to run out of range at this point. So we're on 26% left, and it's already starting to feel very sluggish. So it's very interesting stuff. So I think the drop off from 18S is really high. So we're just going to see how we do. So after we had the first little blast, as you can see here, we had a great ride, which was fantastic. We ended up stopping for a brew about halfway because I was getting very minimal acceleration on the board. So what I did, as you can see later on, we stopped and turned around, grabbed a brew, and then started to make our way back. But me, being the community guy that I am, saw a rider go past and they were riding an e-board, so I had to run over and say hello. So this is a local rider who we met on the ride.
Yeah, just go for it.
It's got a Hoyt puck as well, man. You've got all the upgradable stuff there. So basically you can...
I was gonna go for like a VX1 or something, but then I thought you guys had more experience, but I thought, oh, London, you know.
Yeah, well actually I had it before. So for example, when we've gone past Stratford before, when you go over train lines, radio frequencies can cause cutouts.
Oh, right.
Very rare, but it is possible.
It's pretty dangerous then, you'll stop on the tracks.
Yeah, but you have a little play, mate.
Not by me.
Yeah.
The motors are the same. It's just a more updated ESC and BMS.
Yeah.
But it's still, you know, I love.
It's a wider foot stance, and you got the hooks as well.
Yeah. The hooks, what do you mean by that?
Well, like in regards to, you got the dip drop down, so you can.
Yeah.
Very aggressive brakes, people say.
It's flexy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to step off, yeah.
It's quite.
It's stiff.
Turning.
Yeah, it's turning,
stiff.
so you actually need to go at speed to turn.
Jumping people on your board straight away, yeah.
That's right. It seems like, you know, I thought he probably hasn't go on something like that before. So.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't look like he's going to run off of it. If he does, you've got your board to chase him. So.
Well, it's sluggish right now.
Okay, we'll still get there, I'm sure.
Yeah. And you've got his board.
Look for them. I'll chase them. And when people there was a guy in the Tower Hill, and he rode past. He was all helmeted up, going down the cycle lane from where we start.
Well, he's in high vis as well.
Yeah, it's good. No, but this other guy, and he just, and then he basically just, I waved at him, said, "Come over here," and he was like, "Oh, going that way." And there was like 10 of us waiting to go.
Yeah, no. There's an
him,
opportunity here. Yeah.
And I was like, "Just come say hello." There's like 10 of us. Do we look that scary?
That's the difference that you and me do. Look at this little one. Yeah? Check, cute. But yeah, this is what it's about growing a community. This is all the stuff that we do just naturally. Do you know what I mean? It's like you lost me for a second. I was like, I just found something.
No, I knew where I thought you'd probably just seen something.
Yeah, I was like, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to chase someone. Let's see his reaction. See what it is.
I don't think he's going to like it. It's not very. It's different, isn't it?
It's real smooth because I'm used to the fact, obviously.
It's a very
take my weight off when I go over bumps. With these, you can just cruise over, right?
Okay, right, so Shazz is now inviting him up to all the WhatsApp and Facebook groups now. It's getting a bit misty again, so I'm going to turn around and head back the way I came because I don't think his battery's going to last forever. But yes, isn't it? It's amazing when you meet these little random opportunities like that, so it's cool to see. so we've actually completely broken down with no charge left on the board at all. So Shazz has left because he had to go get the car, because I'm nowhere near the goal we expected it to be. But yeah, we're going to make our way back to the house. Shazz is going to pick me up, and then we'll do a summary of what happened on this ride. So there we go, we've taken the board from 40% all the way to completely zero. So what do you think the final number we finished on with 40% left on the Lacroix Lonestar Supersport? Put the comments in now. Drum roll please. Yeah, we ended up with 6.7 miles range from 40%. 6.7 miles range, which was absolutely terrible. The drop off from 40% on the board was like jumping off a complete bridge. That was unbelievable. And what that does, it tells me, is that 40% is not a good reading on your battery. You need a consistent power curve over the whole way. So I would rather have a better representation of the battery percentage on the board, because 40% with let's say 7 miles range is absolutely poor. Ended up being stuck in the middle of nowhere and had to be rescued. But with the original miles of the previous video, we've ended up with 40.67 miles range on the Lacroix Lonestar Supersport. Bearing in mind that the first ride we're doing high speeds majority of the time, and the second one we had an eco ride at the end. I think that's a really nice range. I think that numbers, just say 50 odd miles, is a really nice solid amount of range you want on your board. But one thing you need to be careful is if you end up with 40% left on your board, you need to start considering making a way home, because that drop off curve is absolutely terrible. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this two-part video. If you have, drop a like below and put any recommendations of any other boards that we should look at going forward for range testing. And if you stayed tuned to the end, I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and just consider subscribing for more content when it comes out on a weekly basis. But if you stay tuned to the end, I want to say you're absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. Subscribe for more content, comes out on a weekly basis, and you guys take care, and I'll see you on the next one.